Good evening. I'm Monica Quintero. We are seeing a very chilly evening once again here in the Permian Basin. But the good news, just a little bit warmer from yesterday. This is a live view from Odessa, courtesy of our West Texas State Bank Cam. Let's give you a perspective on those changes. Not much of a difference. You can see Odessa, Midland, as well as Alpine just warmed up by about 2 degrees out there. Here's your satellite radar. Dry conditions out there, no rain. And as you can see, no cloud cover, which is making way for those very sunny skies. I know a lot of folks enjoy that sunshine. Here's your almanac. The high yesterday, about 54 degrees. Now, typically we see it about 58 degrees, so not much of a difference. The low yesterday, very cold, 22 degrees. Typically we see that low about 31 degrees in the record yesterday back in 1950 at 82 degrees there. The high today, 55 degrees, the low 30 degrees, but tomorrow things are going to be changing and that low is going to be dipping once again. We're going to get to that in just a minute here. Take a look. There are your wind conditions. Winds not too bad out there. Some breezy conditions, as you can see in Odessa, Midland, about 13 miles per hour. As the night progresses, they die down. Still some windy conditions right there in Big Spring at about 13 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, not too bad there. And tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon, they kick up just a little bit, so keep that in mind. But overall, the wind's not a factor. We had been seeing some breezy conditions. Here is the big story. Tomorrow morning, we're expecting a hard freeze once again. Those temperatures will drop to the mid-20s. There is a very small chance of the wintry mix, especially for our eastern areas. I'm going to show you why here in just a second. This is a reason, the relative humidity. As you know, the areas of concern are when that relative humidity is in the teens and we have warm temperatures. But because we have cool temperatures, there's no fire danger. But take a look as the night progresses, that relative humidity goes up. And take a look Friday morning at 8 a.m., some areas in the 90s, 95% right there, 92% in Big Spring. When we're in the 90s and we have cold temperatures, there's that chance for the wintry mix and foggy conditions. So keep that in mind out there. Here's a look at the weather for tomorrow. Your day planner by 8 o'clock. We're expecting some very chilly temperatures in the 20s by noon and the 40s. And it will be a very cold day for the most part. Your headlines, a hard freeze overnight. And here I'm going to remember them because I wrote them out. People, pets, pipes. I always forget about those pipes and plants. And of course, those lows are going to be in the mid-20s. Let's take a look at how your temperatures will shape up in your areas. We're going to zone in on certain sections. As you can see there, the northern basin, very chilly. You're going to want to bundle up. 20s, the lows, the highs right there in the 50s. And the central basin, you can see those lows in the 20s and 30s, those highs in the 50s. And as we zone in on Trans-Pecos, you can see the lows in the 20s and 30s and those highs in the 50s. And the mountains, very cold temperatures there. You can see in the 20s and 30s and those highs in the mid-50s, lower 60s. Overall, very cold temperatures. And again, a 10% chance of wintry mix, especially for those eastern areas. That's why we have that 10% chance in the forecast. It's those lows that are very chilly. And the weekend, though, we warm up just a little bit. You can see milder temperatures in the 60s. There's also a very slight chance of rain for Saturday, 20%. Overall, guys, a very cold forecast, and especially when you wake up in the morning time. So we say it all the time, those 4 Ps, you need to pay attention because it is very cold out there, especially in the morning hours.
It is cold. It is still winter, so we'll have to remember that.
Remember
All right, Monica,
that.
thank you. Well, General Mills.